So one thing I often find when I'm talking with friends is that if they have a different view, they'll tend to say, oh, it all leads to one, it's all the same. How can we avoid falling into that trap?
You won't be surprised to hear I've got a mnemonic for that, but it's stereo. So if you think about stereotyping, so stereo, S-T-E-R-E-O, and the first letter stands for slogan, because really that's all it is. It's a slogan. Ah yes, all religions are equal. They're all roots to the same God. We're all the same. But it's kind of intellectually lazy, because although superficially there might be similarities, you only have to skim under the surface to find all the differences. Which leads us on to number 2. We've done S, now we come on to T, which is for truth. So if it's not, if all religions aren't equal, which one's the true religion? We can see as we do start to compare and go deeper into the religions that we see all the differences start to appear. And more often than not, they're contradictory at some point. How can they both be true? One can be true, or the other could be true, or maybe neither are true. But they can't both be true if they're contradicting each other. The next letter would be E, which would be evidence. So how do we find out which of these faith systems is true? Well, study the evidence. Study the evidence and see where it leads you. Don't just pick one, but study it. And I'd suggest you start with the universe. Where does the universe come from? Or your conscience, or studying the holy books. What do they have to say? How were they formed? Was it one man that was writing everything that's presented? And how is that verifiable or tested? Then we come on to R, which I think is another reason why people might lob in this slogan, and that's respect. R is for respect. E, onto another E, S-T-E-R-E would be an explanation. How do we explain that there are so many different religions? Well, I'd say it's because we're all looking for what we all know to be true, that there must have been an infinite beginner of things. How do we get a relationship with him? How do we interact with this creator? How do we deal with our conscience? We've got this innate knowledge of doing right and doing wrong. How do we deal with that? And I think that's why we've got so many religions. It's trying to find what the truth is. But you can't come that far without going to O. And O is for opportunity. It's an opportunity to present the gospel. It's a wonderful opportunity. So if someone says to you, well, all religions are all the same. All faith systems, they all lead to God and what have you. Instead of it being a conversation stopper, it actually opens a door to a gospel conversation and gives us the opportunity.